Do, 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 do. Do, do, do. Do, do. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun. Dun, dun. Hello world, it's Birdo 5, and welcome to a very early, very unscheduled Saturday morning Dear Bop. I apologize for yesterday. I missed bed life. It was a crazy day here. Couldn't be helped. But all night it bugged me. What if out there somebody needed me and there was an important Dear Bop just waiting to be read? So now that it's Saturday morning and Nephew O'Prey is awake and I'm awake and Mom O'Prey is awake and things are fairly quiet, I decided to let's get on and we'll do some Dear Bops. And I know it's early and there probably won't be many people here, but that's fine. That's fine because this is about helping the people. And if you put in a Dear Bop and you watch this later, all good. And if you don't know what Dear Bop is, I will show you because I did get a nice shout out from Nerdrotic last night. So thank you, Gary. Now, we do have slightly different opinions on Lower Decks, but on many other things, we agree. And so if you're a first-time viewer, welcome. This is not a normal stream. Dear Bop is usually one segment of the live streams I do on Mondays and Fridays called Bed Life. But it's the fans of Dear Bop are quite vocal. And so if I miss a Dear Bop, I will hear about it. So we're gonna start. And I see Carlo Albanese. Qapla, Carlo, welcome. Good morning. Thank you for making it. I am well. Bradley Briggs says up, y'all. Qapla, Bradley. And yes, we're gonna be doing Dear Bop. So for those who don't know what Dear Bop is, if you go to my website, which is just birdopray5.com, and you scroll down, there's quite a few quite a few things here. My Discord channel, my other channels, Mom O'Prey's channel. But if you come down here to where it says Dear Bop, advice from Birdo 5, click on that. Blah, blah, blah. Basically here, you can make a request. It's completely anonymous. Whatever you need help with or whatever you need advice on, you type it in and you hit submit. Done. Then on my next Dear Bop stream, which is usually a segment on I said Monday and Friday bed life, so occasionally I could have it some other time. I will answer your question or give the best advice I possibly can. Now, you ask, well, what makes you so, smart? Why should I need, why would I want info from you? Well, because I have been certified by Kuroga as a certified life expert by the Kurogan Department of Expert Certifications. So no one else on the internet has that qualification. The only place you can get info from a Kurogan certified life expert is right here on birdopray5.com, Dear Bop. So with that, I see we've got several requests in the old inbox. So we'll go ahead and take them. Carlo says, it's 12:19, so afternoon for me, but good morning, Bird O'Prey, Mom O'Prey, Sassy O'Prey, Sis O'Prey, Nephew O'Prey, and everyone else. Thank you so much, Carlo. Sassy and Sis O'Prey are sleeping, but everyone else is awake. And Hail Kuroga, Mom O'Prey is saying good morning back, although Nephew O'Prey might be napping, so not too loudly. Hail Kuroga indeed, Carlo. No, I'm not cheating. This does not count as cheating. Bradley says you can trust Bird's advice on everything except how to fly a ship. You got to chuckle at a Mom O'Prey. Thanks, Mom. Okay. Dear Bop, I'm sorry, sir, but due to a hacking attack, your Dear Bop email has been suspended. Please call us at 1-810-555-9099. Please have handy your bank card, email address, home address. Then call us so we can help restore your social security number after it was used in illegal activity. Our office is open from 12 a.m. to 2 p.m. Karoga time. We look forward to your call. Your friend Steve. God damn it. I hate it when this happens. Should call. Wait, what time? 12 a.m. to 2 p.m. That's strange business hours. But you know what? Let's call Steve. What is this? 1-810. I know. 99. Hello. Hello. What? Wait, is Steve there? Steve. Are you Steve? No, I don't want to be. Hello? Hi. Yes, I was told my social security and Bop email has been suspended. Could I my 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 driver's license? I don't drive. Yeah, I have a passport. You want me to photocopy? Oh, you want me to send you the original? Okay, sure. This will get me. I'll get my email back today. I have to pay a rush fee, but Bitcoin. I don't know how to get. Oh, you'll take control of my computer. You'll get me some Bitcoin. Oh, thank you. Yes, here's my IP address. I'll type it into the phone. Yes. Did you get it? You didn't get it. I'll type it in again. Wait, you don't want me to type it. You want me to say it? What are you, crazy? I'm not going to give you my IP address. You could hack me with that. Good day, sir. I don't know. I think at the end they wanted my IP address. I was a little scared, but you got to be careful. You never know how these hacking emails, they get you. I wasn't suspicious up until the IP address request. Everything else seemed legit. God damn. And I guess my email's still working, so there's that. Dear Bop, so we formed ourselves, and this is in quotes. So we formed ourselves into tight groups. Question mark? The idea was the shark comes to the nearest man and he starts pounding and hollering and screaming. Sometimes the shark go away. Sometimes he wouldn't go away. Sometimes that shark, he looks right into you, right into your eyes, you know? The thing about a shark, he's got lifeless eyes, black eyes, like a doll's eyes. When he comes after you, he doesn't seem to be living until he bites you. And those black eyes roll over white. And then, ah, then you hear that terrible high-pitched screaming. The ocean turns red. And in a spite of all the pounding and hollering, they all come in and rip you to pieces. Quint. I believe that's a Jaws quote. Yes, but as much as I love movie quotes, this is not a request for any type of advice or assistance that I can determine. If you have a shark, I suggest you stay out of the water. Okay, I mean, this is not the summer to be going to the beach anyway. Really, shark attacks should be down for 2020. Of all the problems we should be having, shark attacks should be lower than normal. But yes, that's good advice, I guess. Quint, stay away from sharks. Dear Bop, due to the great conflict, since he is called anti-tracker, are you a pro-tracker? I'm certainly pro-track, and I'm certainly anti-tracker. So yes, I guess so. I mean, if I protractor, yes, I'm sharp, right? I'm sharp as a protractor. It's like you go to school and you couldn't have anything dangerous, like you couldn't bring a knife or whatever. But goddamn, that protractor, it could kill you. It could kill you. You used to send kids. I bet now they've got found out a way to make protractors out of plastic, or they probably just don't teach math because it's racist. But whatever. When I went to school, when I went to the school, the protractor was this sharp metal, like ridiculously sharp, unimaginably sharp, for no reason did this thing need to be sharp. Rubber, it was invented. Yes, there were erasers. There were Mama Prices just put an eraser on the end. No, this thing was made purposely sharp, I think, so that kids could hack away at each other and to control the population. I think this was probably the first Illuminati plot to control the population of Earth. Was let's make sure kids can't take scissors and they can't take knives or stuff to school, but we'll give them these protractors that is just deep enough to puncture the heart if you put it in the right place. Uh, no, I am a pro-trekker, but not a protractor. But I tell you, I take a protractor over many other pieces of school equipment if it came to a fight to the death. Like I think had Kirk used a protractor in the fight when he had to fight Spock, he probably really would have killed. He probably would have killed Spock instead of having to pretend to take the fall like he did in Arena. But yeah, stay away from protractors. They leave nasty marks. Bradley says somebody wanted you to read it so they could clip it. Well, if they did, then they got it. They got over on me. A free quote without having to use a super chat. Speaking of which, yeah, just in case, I might as well bring that up. Resolute Germ says, remind Remy me of the NWO. He got there, says Carlo. Bradley Briggs says lawn darts didn't help either. Oh, that's true. Lawn darts, but you didn't bring lawn darts to school. Oh, freaking javelins. Carlos says 1 + 1 doesn't always equal 2. Not anymore, apparently. Not anymore. Apparently, I heard the newest thing. I'm going to have Mamo Pray find my old Hawaiian shirts because Hawaiian shirts are racist now somehow. So I had plenty. I used to love Hawaiian shirts because I was a fat white guy. So who of course I had Hawaiian shirts. Yosef says, what is going on? I'm not ready for early streams. I'm sorry, Yosef, but I owed people Dear Bops and no one was streaming this morning. So I figured, let me get it in now. Also, it was crazy last night and it's quieter today. So there's not going to be a long stream. We're just doing the Dear Bops. And then I will later, closer to a normal time, 2 or 3 p.m. Eastern, we will be doing Cinema Saturday for Short Circuit 2. And I've got that pretty much all set to go. Think I just read this. Yeah. Okay. Dear Bop, if you drive in a parkway and park in a driveway, why would Frank have parked or driven into Freddie's sweet, sweet brown star? You son of a bitch. Okay. Frank Sinatra never did anything of the sort. with Freddie Mercury or any other dude. Okay, this is libel and this is slanderous. And I'm going to contact the Sinatra family, and you guys are going to get sued. And old Blue Eyes is gonna. I was gonna say something, but that would probably be against the terms of service of YouTube. But old Blue Eyes is gonna have the last laugh, right? He had the last dance. Now he's gonna have the last laugh. Yeah, on your punk asses. Okay, I'm getting tired of the Sinatra lies. And thank you, Indie Tiger, so much with a $5 super chat this morning. Protractors are curved, batleths are curved. Coincidence? I'm just saying. I guess you do need a protractor when you're planning out a batleth. Yeah, and I was gonna say protractors are proof Klingons did visit Earth. Probably before Shakespearean time. That probably bolsters the argument that Shakespeare could have been a Klingon. Well done, Indy. Qapla. Bradley says, I still can't believe shirts have feelings now. Absolutely. Some laugh. And Carlos says, wow. Yeah, well, it's shocking. Shocking. Okay. What do we got here? Dear Bop, did you know that it's possible to lick your eyebrows and elbows? What did I do? No, I don't want to delete. I don't want to delete that. I mean, it would be possible for you to lick an eyebrow or an elbow of somebody else, not me. I wouldn't let you. But well, it depends. I mean, statistically speaking, you're probably not somebody I would let lick my eyebrow or elbow, but I certainly can't lick either my eyebrow or my own elbow because I've tried. It doesn't work. I do think that's set up for some kind of joke, but there we go, and delete it. But I don't recall what the punchline is. Dear Bop, is Ensign Mariner a Mary Sue? I'm referring, of course, to Ensign Mariner from Star Trek Lower Decks. No, she's not a Mary Sue, but she isn't a great character. And you see, this comes. I don't want people to say, "Oh my God, she's not a Mary Sue. It means you like her." No, I do not like Ensign Mariner. I kind of despise Ensign Mariner, but she's not a Mary Sue because Mary Sue has a definition, and the definition of a Mary Sue is that everybody likes her, and meaning in the show or the book or whatever, in the fictional universe, everybody likes Mary Sue, and her mother certainly doesn't like her. Boimler didn't like her at the beginning, and there's certainly most people, I'd say, on that ship don't like her. So she, by definition, can't be a Mary Sue. Now, that doesn't mean she's a good character, and unfortunately, she has all the other, I'd say, symptoms of being a Mary Sue, in that she seems to know everything, and she is going to be the know-it-all and maybe the go-to. We don't know, but she flat out tells Boimler that she knows everything. She knows more than him, and she's stronger than him, and all this stuff. So she's almost as bad as a Mary Sue, but technically not the definition of a Mary Sue. So this sounds like a perfect time to, I don't know, make up a new word that better describes her. And I think breakfast is arriving. Yes, it is. Okay. Yeah, they just left it on the porch. But so no, not a Mary Sue, but just as bad. So maybe we'll call her a Mary Pooh in honor of Anti-Tracker. Yeah. Okay, it's no rush. We'll call her a Mary Pooh, not a Mary Sue. Oh, I don't want that to be racist, but shit. A Mary a Mary Lou. I don't. I don't know. I'm not. I don't get paid enough money to start thinking up names on the fly, but she's not Mary Sue. Moxley fan, Qapla Moxley fan. Good morning. Yosef says, explain what's wrong with shirts from Hawaii. What did I miss? Apparently, Yosef, on Anti-Trekker stream last night, Darren broke the news that Hawaiian shirts are now racist. I don't know the reasoning. I'm guessing that because it's culturally appropriating Hawaiian culture. I have no idea. It boggles my mind that Hawaiian shirts are racist, but we're in 2020, and I could say, yeah, I could see somebody saying, also NASA decided that they're going to not refer to celestial objects by nicknames because things like the Eskimo Nebula is racist. So on the same day I learned that NASA was being racist by calling something the Eskimo Nebula, I'm not surprised that Hawaiian shirts are racist. So I'm going to get a Hawaiian shirt and I'm going to eat Eskimo pies because I'm, Moxley fan donated $1. Thank you so much, Moxley fan. Mr. Londell's groovy movies. Mr. Londell, I was watching Killer Bees for a while this morning. Mr. Londell was premiering Killer Bees. I'm not sure if it's still going on, but I was like, oh, hell no. Oh, hell no. I do not like bees to begin with. Mr. Londell says Shakespeare was a human. Klingons are not. They co-opted Shakespeare's work, calling it their own, much like the British did with rock and roll. I understand that's what the intent of the line in Star Trek 6 was, and how Russians and Americans would argue over stuff like who invented baseball and things. But I think it's still fun. It's still fun to pretend Shakespeare could have been a Klingon. And Carlos says the British rock and roll was just better. Well, only one. We're not going to have a giant music fight. Good morning, Miss Londell. By the way, thank you for coming. And thank you again, Moxley, for the $1. Okay. Only a few more. Dear Bop, I am sorry, sir, but due to a hacking attack, your Dear Bop email. Wait, again? Wait, I'm not gonna call. That's still Steve. I'm not calling this guy back. We are, for those who just got here, we had this same message at the beginning of Dear Bop. It turned out, I think Steve might be a hacker. Dear Bop, a Roman walks into a bar. The bartender says, "What can I get you?" The Roman says, "I'll have a martino." The bartender says, "You mean a martini?" The Roman says, "If I wanted more than one, I would have said so." Because in Italian, singulars end in O and plurals end in I, maybe? I only took 3 years of Italian in high school. So I'm really not sure. I don't remember a lot. L means the, E-L. No, I-L. E-L is Spanish. I-L is Italian. Yeah, I sorry, no hablo Italiano. English only. That is one. Well, I can sometimes translate languages on the fly, but I don't necessarily know their syntax structure. So I'll take it that that's a funny joke. But again, not a request for advice or help. Would this count as a dad joke? Whoever wrote this, I hope you had a kid. That was a dad joke. Dear Bob, I don't know, but when Dad Oprah used to tell jokes, they were hilarious. He would start laughing before the joke finished. It was very hard for him to tell a joke all the way through. Dear Bob, the next time you see Sky, it'll be over another town. The next time you take a test, it'll be in some other school. Our parents, they want the bestest stuff for us, but right now they got to do what's right for them because it's their time. Their time up there. Down here, it's our time. It's our time down here. That's all over the second we ride up Troy's bucket. Goonies? Goonies? I think that's Goonies. Let's see. Let's see. Yep, it's Goonies. Okay. Goonies has been on the Cinema Sad Day voting before, mind you, but it never made it. So I'll put Goonies when we resume voting. I'll put Goonies back up again, and maybe it'll win, but we'll see. Yeah, we just put candidates up until they win. Oh, when we resume voting, yeah, when we resume, yes, voting is currently paused. Carlos says if it looks good, then wear it right. Yes, exactly. If it looks good, then wear it. And I tell you, Hawaiian shirt on me looks good. Chris Liddell says of the Sombrero Galaxy. Nope, the Sombrero Galaxy cannot be called that anymore. Absolutely. That is exactly one of the things they were talking about with nicknames of cosmic objects. Now, as far as I'm aware, black holes are still black holes. But Eskimo, sombrero, things like that. No, they're going to refer to it by its scientific name, which is like N225R. You can buy a sombrero. No, NASA's not going to call things like the Sombrero Nebula. Well, if you want to buy a sombrero, obviously you're going to have to prove that you're Mexican or have some Mexican heritage. Because if a non-Mexican wants to buy a sombrero, clearly it's just for racist and cultural appropriation reasons. They're also going to stop selling piñatas, I assume.
Offer my height.
No, you can't offer. You see, now that's incredibly racist. You're stereotyping Mexicans. Mama Pray just stereotyped Mexicans as short.
No, well, yes, but
Oh. You can't talk yourself out of it now. You've already proven it.
I stand with them.
Oh, okay, but you stand with them. Mama Frey stands with the Mexicans. They're her height and she's their height. Oh boy, I don't think she gets how this works. I don't think that you understand how it works, Mama Pray. No more sombreros. Joseph says best ice cream I know is called Eskimo. FFS US of A. What is wrong with you? Yeah, the Eskimo ice cream. It's coming. They're coming for you, Joseph. It's gonna go the way of Mrs. Buttersworth and Aunt Jemima. Eskimo ice cream. Not anymore. Not anymore. Eskimo kiss. Rape. Don't do it. Don't do it. Bradley Briggs says no more Milky Way. That name sounds way too white. Oh, possibly. Possibly, especially since the Milky Way, I mean, it's like, most of it is empty space, so it's black. It's only the stars that you see as white. All the racism that is, and the way they word it is that it is definitely negatively impacting our world and stuff like that. It's not even a question. They're like, it's not even like it might. It's definitely hurt people by calling it a sombrero galaxy. or a Eskimo nebula. John Meyer, Qapla, John Meyer says, in other words, it's not a Mario. Not a Mario. Mario. Carlos says, Bird of Prey, dad jokes are ace. Mountains of Elysium, good morning. Says, greetings, Bird of Prey 5, Mamo Prey 5, Sisso Prey, Chico Prey, and fellow nerds. Thank you, Mountains of Elysium. Carlos says, so many good films for just one vote. Well, that's what most films continue for at least 2 or 3 weeks. Mountains of Elysium says, greetings to Sassy, chaser of cats, eater of cookies, stalker of cardinals, defiler of cushions, scourge of the squirrels. Ow! Yeah, she's just looking out the window with her eyes closed. Oh, half closed. Half closed. Captain Track, good morning, Captain Track. And Yosef, greetings to Yosef. The Fed Doc, good morning, the Fed Doc. Birdo Prey 5 proceeds to wear the sombrero. Well, I will have to, I have a picture of me wearing a sombrero somewhere, and I have to get that out soon. Captain Track, well, I don't think I ever bought it. I think I just wore it in the store and put it back. Oh, burn the picture? It's digital. You can't burn a digital picture. You're going to get me. Captain Track says, greetings to Mountains of Elysium. Carlos says, isn't black hole just a nickname for it? Is there a proper scientific name? No, they used to be called black stars, and now they're called black holes. I don't think there's actually a scientific name like Ursa Minor or Ursa Major for specific stars. They are, scientifically referred to as black holes. I mean, you could call them singularities, but there can be multiple types of singularities. A black hole is a specific type of singularity. Joseph says, is Magnum PI now blacklisted? I mean, African American. No. I'm sure he would be. He's probably the new World War II dude, a bad guy. Captain Track says, stop harassing Mama Prey. I'm not harassing Mama Prey. I'm just explaining to her the way things are now. Carlos says, what? And is laughing. The Fed Doc says, Bird of Prey, you Yanks are off your rockers, methinks, making it hard for we decent folk to make fun of you when we're off feeling sorry for you. Well, thank you, the Fed Doc. I feel sorry for you guys, too. Indy Tiger says, if NASA stops using nicknames, then what are they going to call our galaxy, the home galaxy? Well, that would probably be racist to entities that live outside our galaxy. Like they don't have homes. Like we're calling aliens homeless or something. I think we're just going to have to refer to the Milky Way as like M0001 whatever. Mountains of Elysium says, greetings to Captain Track. The Fed Doc says, singularity, I just think that singularity can mean multiple things, whereas a black hole is a specific type. Like it's a gravitational singularity. Burn the camera, Bird. No evidence of the sombrero wearing incident, then, says Indy Tiger. Yeah, that might be a smart move. Captain Track says, hey to Indy Tiger. The Fed Doc says also, that message was meant to say, I'm wearing a sombrero. Awesome. I mean, for all I know, you might be that, you might be part Mexican or so. It could be part of your culture. Now, I know you're not in the United States, and if I remember, you're actually in Aussie land. But who's to say there's no Mexicans in Australia? Captain Track says, hello to the Fed Doc. Indy Tiger says, back to Captain Track. Joseph says, having the Earth in Sector 001 is racist to other species. Yes, well, that's because the Federation started on Earth. So I guess they kind of snuck that in. It's like England, because not like they invented time, but because they pretty much invented time, they get to put the prime meridian right in through Edinburgh or whatever the hell it goes through. I mean, I think the Prime Meridian should go through New York City because, let's face it, America. I mean, I don't have a much better explanation. Oh, because the United Nations is here. That's a good explanation, right? Yeah, the Prime Meridian should go through the United Nations. So it should be moved from England or the UK to New York City. In fact, it should physically go up and down First Avenue of New York City. Hell, number one, the First Avenue. That's in fact the perfect place. I'm gonna tweet this to Donald Trump. He's got to talk with the Brits, and I don't know, whatever we have to pay or something. We shouldn't even have to pay. We should just say, this is a you're welcome for WW2, and we're gonna just move the Prime Meridian from, I think it's Greenwich Mean Time, from Greenwich to First Avenue in New York City. Done. Perfect. I like it. I like it a lot. Thank you, Yosa. The Fed doc says nope, 100% Slav. Well, don't let the people, don't let them know. I don't mean Mexicans. I mean the people watching everything. Carlos says hello to Captain Track. Indy says the Alpha Galaxy. That could work. Although that is culturally appropriating the Greek alphabet. So I don't know. If you're not Greek, you might not be able to say alpha anymore. The best of British, says Carlo. Fed Doc says, I dare say it should stay in jolly old England. Barring that, should come down to Australia, that line. Miss Lundell says, Joseph, to hell with other species. Humanity first. Indy Tiger says, Greenwich, England bird. That's the primary. Yes, I'm sorry. I'm for something else. Edinburgh, Scotland, too, now that I think about it. Captain Drake says, oh my God, bird of prey starting international incidents. Hey, it's what I'm best at. It's what I'm best at. Yosef is lolling, and Mountains Police Team says the UN headquarters is actually Geneva. New York is just a place to chat and drink tea. Well, you know what? Damn the city school system that lied to me. Damn the New York City school system. They lied and lied and lied. We were always told the UN was headquartered in New York City. If that's not even the UN, then they should get it the hell out of here. We could use some apartments there. Cade MacArthur, Qapla Cade, good to see you. And Captain Track says hello to Cade, and Cade is saying she's good, or he is good. I'm sorry, I forgot which it was. The Fed Dog says should see about getting you Sajakia with a Karogan pin. Okay, we gotta Google what that is. By the way, for those who aren't here, if you have a question when Dear Bop, the next Dear Bop will be Monday. You can go to birdwillpray5.com, scroll down to Dear Bop, and just put in your question, hit submit, anonymous, done, and it's all good. But let's check out what a Sajaka. Sajaka. Oh, one of the Russian hats. Oops, Russian. Or Russian hat or whatever. Yes, Siberian. Okay, I forgot. I was about to order one of these. I had it on Amazon and I was about to click submit to order one of these hats. But the thought of wearing such a warm hat in summer, I was like, no, forget it. Maybe I'll come back to this around winter time. I was going to do it to be comrades with Alexander. So Alexander and I could be comrades, but it'll have to wait. But yeah, a Karogan pin would be awesome for it. Project Storytime. Good morning, Project Storytime. Captain Track says it's good to hear. He. Okay, Cade, you're a he. Sorry about that. I just wasn't sure. Okay, so easy enough to remember. Like 99.9% of my users, he. I mean, if I had to guess, if it was like bet money, I would have chosen that anyway. Sorry, Captain Track, you said something and I clicked off of it. Um, Captain Track says to Project Storytime, good morning. Indie Tiger says Greek alphabet is used extensively in science and engineering, so it's an international alphabet by this time. Well, Indy, sombreros were used all over the party scene, Halloweens and weddings and sweet 16s, but now racist. Project Storytime says, good morning, Captain Track. The Fed Ducks is Russian. Is it not technically Russian? And he says, that's a Yushanka you get. I don't know what the difference. What is this? Oh, is the Serbian national hat. I guess I should have kept reading. It's the Serbian countryside. It's named after the Serb troops who protected the Austrian Empire against the Ottoman Turks. To me, it looks Russian. Okay, so it's a little different. Sorry. My best Canadian, sorry. They look almost exactly the same. Dan23 says, Bird of Prey 5. I got the new Lego Star Wars Anakin's Jedi Starfighter from episode 3, and I'll build it this weekend. Very cool, Dan. Very cool. I still have like my Saturn V rocket and God knows what other Legos still to be built. Mama praises I have 10 boxes waiting to be built. So a couple of them quite large. So no new Legos for me till I build some more. The Fed says Shajaka is a Serbian hat. The way you can do that appropriation of we Serbs. Thank you. Thank you for the permission. Not Ryan Johnson says, hello in Qapla. What early morning madness is this? I think Bird is using Kurogan mind control again. Beware. I had to do the Dear Bops, not Ryan Johnson, because I missed Bed Life yesterday, and we are coming towards the end because we finished the Dear Bops and my food breakfast is here. So I'll be leaving in just a couple minutes. But thank you for coming in and saying hello. If you want to see the Dear Bops, you can rewind. There were some good ones. Carlos is Hail Kuroga. You sell them hats with a Kurogan pin. If I find a place that'll make them and sell them with a Kurogan pin, I'll put them up. Captain Trek says hi and hello to not Ryan Johnson. And Cade says, does Khan like a ship with a fine Corinthian leather? Probably. I think everybody would. Dan says hi to Captain Track. And not Ryan Johnson says hello as well. The Derek McManus says, greetings all. The sun is out here for a change. I hope everyone is well. Very cool. It's a nice cool morning here for a change. Got the windows open, first fresh air I've had in weeks, I think. And Carlos is another international incident. Yes, we're keeping a running tally. Fed Doc says it's adorable when he tries. Indie Tiger says, Cade, I get that Khan reference. Captain Track says, not Ryan Johnson. I'm not that old for you to say sir. Not like I'm anti-tracker, lol. Derek has a few Lego Micro Fighters for someday. I'm bored. Very cool. Lego is great for a bored day. Yosef says, ack, I demand a Saturn V stream. All right, I have to put, he did 2 in 1. You see, he got two reminders for one. I have to have Mars Attacks in the next vote for Cinema Saturday. And I have to do the Saturn V Lego build online. The Fed Doc, on that note, how did you find Lower Decks? Oh, I did a review. I put it up Thursday night. It's there, but the Cliff Notes, I thought there was potential. I gave it a 5 out of 10. I honestly, I don't care about the animation style. I care about the story. And you know what? There was a story there. Not a great story. but far better than anything we've seen from Discovery. And to me, I mean, this started off in a better place than Picard ended. Now, I think Picard's first episode was a lot better than this, but we know what happened to Picard. This being that it's going to be episodic, and from what I can see, I'd say probably will be a better series than Picard, in my opinion. I'm giving it an optimistic 5. Now that's compared to, say, All Trek. I originally, when I first watched, was like, oh, this is like a 7, but that was really on a curve compared to New Trek. If you compare it to, say, a DS9 episode, like I'd prefer watching it maybe over Move Along Home, but that's really probably about the only DS9 episode I prefer watching it over. Now there's a chance it's going to turn out even better, but I would say it's going to be the best of New Trek, but I don't think it's in any danger of coming close to original or 90s Trek. I did not find it patently offensive like many did. The one crew member who is the problem crew member for me, her story can be explained, and they do explain it at the end of the first episode. So it was like my biggest problem with the show was actually explained away fairly well, fairly decently. So I'm happy I gave it a chance. We'll see. I'm looking forward to next week. I think that'll tell us whether this is going to be promising or is it going to just be a squandered chance. Derek says hello. Oh, Sassy, what's going on outside, Sassy? Oh, it's our neighbors. It's okay, Sassy. They're allowed to be there. Derek says breakfast is the best meal of the day, especially at the weekend. Yeah. And it says Captain Trek, many greets. Captain Trek says, Bird of Prey, just put commercials on while you eat so we can keep talking. You can't put commercials on during this stream, but if you guys want to keep talking. Project Storytime says, so I missed the Dear Bops. Why did I spend the last few minutes trolling you then? You can always rewind to see the Dear Bops. Not Ryan Johnson is lolling. Indie Tiger saying hi to Derek. Joseph says 96 Fahrenheit here. Me like. Joseph Mamo Pray would like that too. Dan 23 does not want to know about weather. He is not happy. Joseph, Captain Trek, Joseph, you're calling yourself hot. It sounds like he is. Dan is lolling. Mountains of Elysium says, Bird of Prey, we should not mock Anti-Trekker. He has played such a big role in human history. He did, after all, use to babysit Noah. Yeah, I guess. Joseph says, actually wet. I'm in the pool. Wow. Dan 23 says, our Star Trek fans hot. Lol. Well, female Star Trek fans are very hot. It's like immediate, like +5. Mountain of Elysium says, greetings to Project Storytime. Dan 23 says, wet, no comment. Yeah, it's too easy. Too easy. Mountain of Elysium says, greetings to Joseph. And Joseph says, hello back. Captain Trek says, Dan 23 depends on their temperature and weather. Exactly. There you go. He's thinking. Mountain of Elysium says, greetings to Derek. Derek says, I quite like the look of actual ship from Lower Decks. I'd buy a model of it, to be honest. I have not seen the show yet. Yeah, I mean, don't get wrong. Is it my favorite ship? No. Is it my least favorite design ship? Absolutely not. I mean, Discovery is worse. And every ship pretty much in Discovery, other than the Enterprise and the Klingon D7 and the Shinzo or whatever, not the is it Shinzon? Shinzo, whatever the first ship Burnham was on. Other than those three, every Klingon ship other than the D7 was total trash. This is a lot better than those. Captain Trax gives Project Storytime permission to troll away. Wow. Project Storytime says good morning to mountains. Indie Tiger says Dan23. Well, that Star Wars girl is a track fan and she's hot. Yeah, but she took the name Star Wars girl. So I'm sorry. If you're a bigger Star Wars fan than a Star Trek fan, that doesn't count. That doesn't count. She's on the Star Wars side of the aisle. Derek McManus says Hood to Mountains of Elysium. Good morning. There we go. Dan, I don't know what that is. Character. The Fed Doc says I'm technically cool given the weather. It's raining down here. Something fierce. Well, hopefully, no more fires. Project Storytime says Captain Track. I guess I'll have more time to write more Dear Bops. Well, we're finished Dear Bops for today, so those will be on Monday. The Fed Doc would like to buy a model of it too, but it's a coffee table. Carlos says the interior of the ship looked really great to me. The outside, not so much. Yeah, I would agree. I mean, those warp nacelles, the way they've got them attached, that's a bit annoying to me, but I can deal with it. Dan says, so I guess they have to go through the warp nacelles to get to the deflector area. Yeah, it didn't make much sense. In fact, that whole area didn't even look like it was on the schematic that I saw. So, but whatever. It's like an Oberth. It just doesn't make sense. Anna, no. Okay, I'm not. Listen, if you want to say a girl's hot, a woman's hot, I'm all for that. But I don't need to tell somebody who's not hot that they're not. That's not for this channel. Dan23 says, Bird of Prey, do you like any of other Starfleet ships pictured from Lower Decks? I liked all the Starfleet ships pictured in Lower Decks. They were all good. I didn't see any bad ships. The Klingon ships, I mean, in the previews and stuff, the Romulan, the Dedera everything looked good. I mean, everything looked exactly like I wanted it to look. The Cerritos could have been better, but it wasn't, like I said, it's not going to ruin. Huh? Well, the Borg cubes look like Borg cubes, yeah. But the Cerritos, but it's not going to ruin my enjoyment of the show. Captain Triggs Project Storytime. Keep going. Write as many as you like. Mountains Leasing the Bird of Prey. Can I leave a link to polls I'm running on Twitter? Absolutely, Mountains. You can always. And I've told this to you guys before. If you guys have a wrench, by all means, leave links. Put in links to videos, links to other YouTubers, links to your videos, your channels, Twitter, whatever. As long as it's, not like paid commercial spam. I don't mind. I encourage it. Carlos says, I was just watching her review and she was screaming a lot. I couldn't really hear what she was saying. Well, that's a valid criticism. That's okay. If you want to make valid criticisms, that's fine. Indie Tiger says that's Star Warsist. I know, but I'm sorry. I every Trekkie is a Star Warsist. I'm just honest about it. Hector, good morning. Says Buenos dias. Buenos dias, mi amigo. Yeah, I did it. I did Espanol. The Fed Doc says, fun fact, that little clonk on the intro, a fan Game for Orville did that first with a zoom in via the bridge window. Okay, but they zoomed in via the dome in TOS, which is where I think Orville got in their zoom via the bridge window. So it's like, who's copied who first? And probably TOS copied it from some submarine movie. Who knows? It's not worth arguing over. I mean, Star Trek was way before Orville, and basically everything in Orville is a copy of Star Trek. Dan23 says, I saw ships from Lower Decks in a trailer, which was basically a rectangle with large windows and a door in the back and 2 warp nacelles on each side. I didn't notice that one, but I'm not against it. Dan says, Klingon battle cruisers. Yes. Darren Wagner. Good morning, Darren. Says, Bird of Prey, I'm going to reevaluate Lower Decks at the halfway mark. If it turns into something else, I might check it out. Understood, Darren. I get it. It's probably knowing what I know of you, Darren. It is probably not your cup of tea. Doesn't have to be. Carlos is those and those warbirds. Yes, the Derridex warbirds. Mountains of Elysium says chief science officer. Who is your choice? And put in the link to the poll. Very cool. Unfortunately, I don't even have YouTube open to click on the link. Star Trek Nitpickers, Qapla says bird rules. Thank you so much, Star Trek Nitpickers. And guys, if you haven't already, subscribe to Star Trek Nitpickers. He put out a review of Lower Decks the other day, and it was a very good review, and I mostly agree with it. In fact, I put a comment in there saying so much. And Mountains of Elysium, guys, if you haven't subscribed to Mountains of Elysium, should do that too. He premiered a video yesterday. It's still in my email box because it came out late last night, my time, but I'm going to check it out. Project Storytime says Anna is very attractive, but it was a joke. She has some weird stuff. I don't mean to offend. It's okay. I just, if somebody reads a comment like that out of context, I don't want it to be taken wrong. So, I mean, like, I'm all for it. You want to be positive, all good. If you want to be negative, let's make sure it's factual. Dan23 says, my Instagram, Twitter profile pictures of a Klingon battle cruiser and Yoda. Very cool, Dan. Yeah, in fact, I see it sometimes because you tweet me. So it's good stuff. Captain Trek says, Bird of Prey, the sleeping areas in LDS. No one, no, never shown or indicated any other Trek. Well, didn't they have bunks in Enterprise? So, okay, they were in a room, but it's fine. It's like I said, it doesn't bother me. Darren says, Bird of Prey, personally, I've never been a Star Wars fan. Some of the ships are interesting, but otherwise, I couldn't give two poops about Star Wars. I like the movies, okay? The six, the first three, and then the next three. That was really about it. I never got into the extended universe, books, or anything else. TV shows. Mountains of Elysium says, choosing a name for the flagship. And another link to another Twitter post. Very cool. Dan 23 says, Bird of Prey, I saw Star Trek first, then Star Wars. My two favorite things, sci-fi, Klingon battle cruisers, and Yoda. I do also like other sci-fi stuff. Very cool, Dan. It's okay. I like the movie Star Wars, but that was about it. And to be honest, it's just I never gave anything else a chance. I just wasn't that into it. It's not like I watched Clone Wars and said this isn't for me, or I watched The Mandalorian and said this wasn't for me. I just have zero desire to watch any of it. And at this point, there's so much more stuff I want to watch that I don't even have time to watch, that I doubt I'll ever get a chance to watch it. Cam Trax says, good morning to Darren. Project Storytime says, I like that Star Wars girl. No offense intended. No problem. Carlos says, yeah, those beds should have been in a big room, not the corridor. Yeah, it's debatable. It's debatable where it is. I mean, he says they're near showers, so. DN23 says, Bird of Prey, the very first Star Trek I remember is TNG's Time's Arrow Part 2. Return of the Jedi was the first was the first movie I saw on TV. Very cool. Captain Trek says, Rambling Canucks channel. Thank you, Captain Trek. And Captain Trek's channel, very cool. And Indie Tiger says, Orville needs to start off an episode running into a bunch of Garfield plush toys. One ends up stuck to the bridge monitor. Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, like these ancient Earth artifacts. And a Garfield ends up stuck to the windshield. Although, I'd say they stole it from me. They stole it from me. It'd be proof Seth MacFarlane watches Bed Life. Dan23 says, Klingon battle cruisers. Indie Tiger says they had bunks on Defiant. Yes, but I get it. They were in a room. And Darren's bird of prey, the Excelsior and Undiscovered Country had open bay berthing compartments with racks, bunks. There you go. Darren's got it, as usual. Darren's got it. But with that, guys, thank you so much for showing up. This was not going to be a long episode. Dear Bops, if you're interested in Dear Bops, go back to the beginning. I started with the Dear Bops. And later this afternoon, 2 or 3 p.m. Eastern, we will be doing Short Circuit 2 for Cinema Saturday. Qapla All. Take care. Bird out. And Nephew Opre out too.